Thanks for joining us this midday. I'm Nicole Gomez in for Greg Bledsoe.
And I'm Mary.
And it is beautiful. You could probably afford one of those homes that we're seeing.
You could buy the whole beach.
Powerball, then you'll get over $1 billion.
Right. Here's to dreaming.
Well, the Tijuana River Valley is closed.
People are rushed to the hospital after. Welcome back this midday. I'm Nicole Gomez in for Greg Bledsoe.
And I'm Marianne Kush, rescued with the help of a live camera.
Yeah.
Warming is brewing some costly prices for beer. On the news at 4 this afternoon, the city's water department billing problems take center stage this afternoon.
Yeah, it's an issue our response team has been staying on top of for months. And now the city council will look into a problem of broken equipment. That's at 4.
Thanks for watching.
Good morning. I'm Nicole Gomez in for Greg Bledsoe.
And I'm Marianne Kushi, and today we're keeping a very close eye on the weather for you again as high winds elevating that fire risk all across our state.
Yeah, let's get over to Whitney Southwick for an update on what we can expect, and the red flag warning still in effect, right?
Absolutely.
It was. It was chilly, but yesterday afternoon I was in Del Mar at a pumpkin patch expecting some fall temperatures. It was kind of hot.
Warm and dry.
Yes, warm and dry.
Well, the humidity, I think, was the most noticeable thing yesterday. We didn't have a lot of winds out at the coastline. It got breezy, but boy, the humidity levels just plummeted over a...
Well, your favorite fall flavor might be full.
Well, it's just about 5 o'clock, and these are the top stories we're working on for you right now.
Good morning. I'm Nicole Gomez in for Greg Bledsoe.
And I'm Marianne Kushi, and we still have that red flag warning, but it was chilly waking up this morning.
It was, yeah. I noticed that, and I noticed the dryness in my around the city of San Diego. The city council passed the ban 5-3, essentially mandating that eateries using styrofoam containers, cups, plates, and coolers find more eco-friendly materials. Councilman Chris Ward proposed the ban and says there are protections in place for small business owners who may be worried.
You don't want to see that in the conditions we have.
Yeah.
No, and looking at that video too, there didn't seem to be a lot of wind in the area at that time, thank goodness. That's what we talk about though. Literally a small fire like that turns into a catastrophe in minutes, and I mean literally in minutes.
Okay, it's hard to tell because you get no warning except that crackle, and by then it's almost too late.
So scary. Yeah, my parents live out in San Bernardino County, and it's really bad up there. But here too, Whitney.
Hey, you talk about San Bernardino County.
Kids. All right, the Tijuana River Valley closed because of toxins in the water again.
And here's a look at what's coming up new in our next half hour. And oceans.
Good morning, I'm Nicole Gomez in for Greg Bledsoe.
And I'm Marianne Kushi, and we still have that alert with regard to the weather still left over from yesterday.
Still a little, it's always a big issue too, those downed power lines.
Always, and well, the power companies up and down the state are well aware of that these days, and they take these kinds of steps.
Pumpkins and fall go hand in hand, but you might be better off with that without that pumpkin spice latte, I should say.
30-year fixed home loan is over 5% according to the Mortgage Bankers Association.
It is the first time that rates have topped 5% since 2000.
Have some new life this morning. Plus, Facebook wants to ban fake news.
For the Coombs, joining us from CNBC headquarters this morning. Snapchat, stay tuned, NBC, it's really good. Yeah, it is. Everybody should try it. Okay, let's get a look at our first little weather forecast. Whit? All right, still ahead, a new twist in the fight over California's gas tax hike.
Good morning. Even maternity clothes are going to be selling out too now. All right, time for a look of our weather. Whitney.
Well, coming up, the Trump administration has some new plans for military bases along the West Coast. Well, still ahead, a man from Oceanside spent 20 years in prison for a crime he did not commit, and now he's...
Well, coming up, we're checking back in with Whitney on this weather. Welcome back. I'm Nicole Gomez in for Greg Bledsoe.
And I'm Marianne Kushi. And Whitney, we are still tracking some very dangerous weather here. As we can see that flow, we'd like it to go in the other direction.
Just checking the winds in the last 5 minutes. Less wind than we saw 24 hours ago. We had an 80-year-old meteorologist. They keep an eye on Santa Ana conditions as carefully as anybody anymore after these major lawsuits over the last few years. But believe the witch fire was blamed on power lines coming down. So that was in 2007. That's one of the biggest fires in our history. October, again, of course, going back to the Cedar Fire, 2003, October fire. So that's why we get so...
Well, coming up, new legal action over that massive gas leak in Aliso County. One more check of your first alert weather and your traffic coming up.
And Audra is live about this, a second day of red flag condition.
Weather alert is our first alert weather, the red flag warning.
Yeah, but first I think we are going to, fortunately, can be made with other things as well.
Boy, did you just ruin the day.
I know.